I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I bring you greetings from Bayelsa. We're in this very beautiful hotel. Uh, one year, I said, I discussed with God like my father. I said, Happy New Year, sir. He said, You have been living, you have been existing, you have not lived. Wow, what is the difference between existence and living? Said existence is doing what animals do. They have children, they have houses, they move, they have friends. What of living? Living, it's when somebody wakes up and thanks me because of you that you are living. That is to say, doing what God is supposed to do in the lives of people. Wow, I can still remember the exact spot. Number 59, Ekotekpene Road, Obo Hill, between 59 and 61. I remember the exact spot. My brain opened and I decided to leave. Many of you are existing, but you are not living. Why? You see, the law in the Bible was a school teacher. It regulated you, regimented you to prepare you and prevent you from destruction so that you can reach where you are supposed to reach. School rules and regulations made me to become a doctor. But grace comes into you to become what you were created to become, to do what you are supposed to do beyond limitation. Most of what we teach in church and practice as Christians is the law. I'll give you an example. People will teach you that wake up at midnight to pray. That's when people go to coven. But the Bible also says that the Lord neither sleeps nor slumber. So if the Lord's eye is watching over me, why will I assuming I employ a security company to protect me, then I refuse to sleep. So I sleep and I wake up well and demons don't attack me and I've lived a very glorious life. The next thing is that you see people every new year you must go to church and stay awake till the next day. I don't do that. I plan. When I plan, I reach a certain stage, and that day is the day I thank God, and the next day I start executing my plans. The transition between 2022 to 2023, I didn't go to church. That Sunday, I think it was a Sunday, I stayed at home. My wife went, and my wife finds me to be very difficult and crazy person. My wife went, I sat at home and I was meditating over a problem and I was praying. And I had opened up an estate and there was no road to the place. The people I had promised, and I prayed, and God gave me a solution. Somebody in London made profit. Somebody in Nigeria bought land. Somebody in Nigeria gave me money. I did a road. Within a few days in the beginning of the year, I did a road. The road blessed the community. The people who owned land, they had access to the road. And the man who sold in London made money. And I increased the value of land in that place. All the places that used to be flooded, they didn't get flooded this year. I could have gone to church to go and shout Happy New Year. Let somebody be prophesying to me what he heard, not what God told me to do. That day, God told me what to do. The real liberty of Christianity comes from relating with God personally. Let Him instruct you, let Him direct you. And when you hear from Him, the world will hear from you. You will stop being an echo and a photocopy of many people. When Daddy Freeze was saying some things on social media, you see people attacking. I discovered that because Christians don't reason, many Christians, very many Christians, don't reason independently. When somebody contradicts their viewpoint, it is abuse that they use because they cannot communicate on their own and reason on their own. This year, this year, separate the law from grace. Live on grace. His grace is what is sufficient. The reason you are frustrated as a Christian, you are trying to practice the law and not live by grace. And so you don't have sufficiency. I live by His grace, and I'm so happy and I'm so free. And I want you to experience that. I'm Dr. Charles Apoki. Subscribe to this channel. Learn these things. Do washing and setting on your brain so that you can have a new hairstyle. And subscribe, join my WhatsApp mentorship group by sending a message to +234-7052-136763. We have grown enormously in that WhatsApp group. God bless you, and I have properties for sale.